ECW, original ECW, World Heavyweight Champion. Last ever ECW World Television Champion, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Rhino has done a lot. Recent times, Rhino went down to NXT, the WWE subsidiary, and beat former IWC champion Logan Shulo, now known as Elias Sampson, and I believe under a minute. Does that send a message or what that Rhino wants to be IWC champion? Let's go to Pedro. Tommy Dreamer, played in by our good friend Ziggy Daniels and the Delaney's, doing Lane Staley and Jerry Cantrell proud with their rendition of Man in the Box. But now the festivities have indeed ended, and this is the IWC Championship Encounter. I am Joe Dombrowski, joined by Mr. Brian Castle. And Castle, you'll provide some unique insight because I know you know both men quite well through your ring wars and traveling with Rhino as well over the years. And Matt Seidel and I talked about it a moment ago, but there is a tension in the air when Rhino and Dreamer have been around each other all afternoon.
You know, these men, they've had numerous wars against each other, and I'm blessed to call both of these men friends, but these guys are going to have a war. These guys are two violent men. All they want to do is win, and it is really all about the IWC heavyweight title.
And check out that stern handshake that Rhino and Dreamer share. Not a lot of love behind it, a lot of respect. But you don't have to like someone to necessarily respect them. And right now, certainly not a lot of like in that ring. Because really think about it, as we mentioned, Rhino the last ever singles champion period in the original ECW, but Tommy Dreamer gets the credit, gets the reputation for being the lifeblood, the conscience of the original ECW. I think each man really may be slighted by the other in the fact that they're both thought of maybe neck and neck in ECW lore.
Absolutely. I mean, Tommy Dreamer was the golden standard for ECW. He was there all throughout the company's history. Rhino came in like a house of fire. He won every belt that company had, and he just ran roughshod over the company. And I think Tommy doesn't like it, and I think Rhino doesn't like Tommy because people talk about Tommy when they talk about ECW and not the man-beast Rhino.
And a lot of people forget when Rhino was doing that, he was still in his early 20s. Rhino's still in the prime of his career, and certainly Dreamer, been around over 2 decades, but he hasn't slowed down in his own right.
Rhino is in the best shape I've ever seen him in, and I've known this man for years, and he has really focused himself on his career, and he is ready to do war and win at whatever cost it takes.
Dreamer explodes onto Rhino. Rhino, obviously, Rhino's biggest gift, his biggest advantage, his strength is that overwhelming momentum when he gets moving, such as for the gore. Rhino is 280, but he moves like someone half his size and connects with you with someone twice the impact, twice the mass.
He literally, with the gore, Rhino will run right through you and tear you in half with that gore.
Rhino is a physical anomaly in every sense of the word, and there you see the momentum serves against Rhino. Rhino crashes into the edge of that steel post that can dig into your shoulder, dig into your skin. That's not a rounded ring post like many rings.
I've seen many separated shoulders from taking that ring post, and it is not a pleasant injury.
And keep in mind, Brian, this is Extreme Rules. Anything goes. They can battle throughout the city of Meadville, and these two wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm just hoping they don't come over here, Joe.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty, that's an assumption I can agree with. But they're coming close. Look out. Those heavy barriers used to keep this capacity crowd in tow. New attendance record here in Meadville for IWC Professional Wrestling. I want to thank everybody for supporting us throughout these 4 years. And Dreamer, it's not a pretty sight, but digging in with that steel chain onto Rhino. Dreamer used that reset button in Reloaded in January to beat RJ City. We saw Dalton Castle become the #1 contender a moment ago. He'll meet the winner of this matchup at a later date. Assuming these men make it out of Meadville. I believe that was a trash can lid. And Dreamer's got some other toys in tow.
Tommy Dreamer's party is just getting started, and Rhino's in for a long night, if you ask me.
Hey, let's not act like Rhino doesn't thrive in this environment as well.
Well, he just proved it right there. He grabbed that wooden chair.
Yeah, Rhino knows where his surroundings are, and man, he connects right upside the face. And just like that, Tommy Dreamer has been shut down. Rhino certainly looking to take the gore tour through Meadville. Defeating a former IWC champion, though, in under a minute's time, no matter where you've done it or what the circumstances, is a huge deal. And I cannot remember the last time that's happened anywhere in this industry.
I've seen all of his matches in NXT, and I don't think he's wrestled a full 5 minutes in there. And Rhino is just a man on a mission with what he's doing in NXT.
We saw Rhino in Impact Wrestling, hired by Ethan Carter III, former IWC star in his own right, before realigning with his Extreme Brethren. What was that? You never know what you're going to get from Tommy Dreamer. We're just getting started. Keep in mind, Dreamer was defeated in an Extreme Rules match by Colin Delaney. Some call it an upset. Colin doesn't. Oh, Dreamer back first. Dreamer's history of back problems well documented throughout his career. Rhino with a smart strategy finds a count of 2.
Those clotheslines, the forearms on Rhino are really, they're human sledgehammers. He hits you with those, you're going to feel it for the next couple of days. And he's got a cookie sheet.
Rhino's got arms like most legs and legs like most people. There you see a steel cookie sheet baking tray. Anything in Rhino's hand becomes that much more exponentially dangerous.
Absolutely, and I can't help but notice he keeps going to that damaged back of Tommy Dreamer there.
And now damaging the head. And certainly to your point, Rhino has always been on point, but he has really stepped up the aggression in recent months.
Rhino's intensity has increased tenfold in the past 2 years. Rhino just really wants to prove that he still has what it takes.
Rhino's got a child! He's got a child!
Why?
I don't want to know the answer to that. Rhino is a man possessed.
The referee doing the smart thing and not letting Rhino use that child as a weapon.
But you know what, Castle?
Or a snack.
It's Extreme Rules. That child's legal.
100%.
Rhino with the chair. Digging it into the throat, right in the larynx. Well, that IWC title, Rhino, will prove you're the man. But so many have tried to keep Tommy Dreamer down over the years. You can count on one hand how many succeeded. Oh, no. The drop toe hold. Dreamer did not hit the seat of the chair. He hit the back end of the chair. And that wooden surface just driven up into the jaw of Tommy Dreamer, who barely kicks out.
Oh. Rhino is unrelenting with that chair. He's willing to do whatever it takes to win this, and it's really showing right now. He is not stopping, and I don't think he can be stopped unless Tommy Dreamer starts to fight back.
Well, this chair is only going to serve to tick off Rhino more, and I think Dreamer's going to pay for it.
That's never good when they chant for that. When the fans chant for tables, that's never a good sign.
Rhino, hey, you better be careful. Rhino might come out into the crowd at this point. He almost did once.
I hope Rhino still looks at me as a friend and not a foe.
All he's seeing is red at this point. Maybe literally by the end of this match.
And he's got a table. Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Rhino has a table.
As if he wasn't dangerous, just on his own. Rhino with an implement of destruction, and we know, kendo stick, trying to break the arm of Dreamer. And again, you're seeing that bad blood that subliminally existed with these men for 15 years explode!
Tommy Dreamer just scored Rhino!
Shades of Rhino by Dreamer, got it! No! What a slap in the face it would be if Dreamer could beat Rhino with Rhino's own maneuver.
That's the ultimate insult in professional wrestling.
Dreamer checking his arm for any maybe bone breaking or skin breaking. Rhino did a number on him. Rhino props that table up, secures it. And no telling what we could see here. Both men have some heavy-duty artillery in their arsenal. Kendo stick. And the trash can to follow through. But Rhino not down. Dreamer signaling for the DDT. Rhino gore! Rhino with the gore! Got him! No!
I thought Rhino won that.
Half a count away. And if you think Rhino can't do it, look at history. The Sandman, former IWC champion, Balls Mahoney, the Extreme Brethren have had great luck in IWC. A second gore, no! Oh, Dreamer sidestepped.
Dreamer sidestepping that really shows how much Dreamer knows Rhino and knows what's coming.
Dreamer looking to drive Rhino in. Dreamer fighting for his life at this point. Rhino has taken the momentum. Spicoli driver, no. And Rhino with a DDT, shades of Tommy Dreamer. This could do it. No. Man, the flagrant disrespect from both of these men is flowing.
This match is really a chess match between Rhino and Tommy Dreamer. They know each other so well. They fought numerous times, and they just want to prove that one is better than the other.
And their latest fight looks to be coming to an end. No! Dreamer counters the gore. Rhino through the table! Dreamer on top! Got her! We talked about Rhino's momentum.